A lot of the big name builders such as D.R. Horton, Main Street Homes, Schell Brothers, Eastwood Homes, they all have a great presence here in the Richmond area, and they also are building in several different communities. So we'll be talking a little bit about all of those and seeing what might be the best fit for you. Hey guys, it's Erin, and if this is a first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in the Richmond, Virginia area, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that like button, and also click that little cute bell so that you're notified every time we release a new video. So again, today we'll be talking about the new construction options around the Richmond, Virginia area. If you've been looking for real estate anywhere else or even in our area already, you know that inventory is a little scarce, particularly when it comes to the resale market. And that's why a lot of people decide to move and start checking out the new construction options. That's what we'll be talking about today. So there are several large nationwide builders that do build in the Richmond area, and so that can be a comfort to people, particularly if there's a certain floor plan that you fell in love with in another state or city, and now you're moving to the Richmond, Virginia area and you're thinking, oh, I knew exactly the plan I wanted. Am I going to be able to find that? Good news is that a lot of the big name builders do build in our area. So I'm going to be just kind of touching upon a couple of those so you have kind of an idea of what is out there. So D.R. Horton, they have several different communities that are out there right now, and they are actively building in them. One in particular that is one of my favorites and one that seems to be really popular with a lot of my buyers is Collington. It's over in the Midlothian section of Chesterfield, and one of the reasons why I've always liked it, and I think why a lot of my buyers have been drawn to it as well, is the lead into the community. It's broken up into several different sections, and they really did a great job when they first developed Collington with setting it up to give it a really great feel. And I think the best thing about it too is that even though there's several areas that are still actively being built in, you don't get that feeling of what a lot of communities have, that it's like all of the trees have been mowed down and it's just this field of brand new homes and the sound of hammers and the sound of nails and trucks going all day long. They've situated things well so that it's almost like they've tucked the new construction away in the more established areas so that you get to enjoy that more lived-in established community feel as you're going through. They just have a great way of all the entrances. There's main trails that run along the main road that runs through there. There's also a lot of sidewalks and all that run all the way through the different community, and they offer a lot of different amenities. For I know my buyers that have looked over at the homes there, particularly the new construction, have been really happy with what they have to offer, and that D.R. Horton has been very in tune with what the buyers are looking for. So if you're looking for new construction, I very much would encourage you to check out that Collington area and what them and some other builders have to offer as well. We've been talking about a lot of those main builders, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt, one of the builders in our area that builds very regularly in several different communities that I love their floor plans, and all of my buyers love their floor plans. And even if there isn't available inventory or things in a particular neighborhood or area, we're regularly getting in touch with this particular builder to go, hey, do you have a model somewhere else? Are you building this particular plan somewhere else? And that'd be Main Street Homes. I think one of their favorite communities, and one that has really been, it's a toss-up between two. And both of them are in the Midlothian area of Chesterfield, but it's definitely a toss-up and one that I recommend to a lot of people. And I think one would probably be Harpers Mill, and the other one would be probably the Newmarket section of RounTrey. And why those communities really speak to me and speak to a lot of my buyers would have to do with this. So Harpers Mill, I think something that's really nice is that they too, like a lot of the other great communities, it's a mix of the newer builds and the more established builds. I think I love the hills that are in Harpers Mill, and I think that adds some topography and some character and sets it apart from some of the other ones that are a little bit more flat, because yes, of course, it has the trails that are running along the main entrances that are going in. You have a lot of the breaking up of the several different sections, and a lot of the different amenities even have a school. even have, there's 2 schools, one at the entrance and one a little bit further in, and then the big communities as well. The best thing though is they're offering a lot of different options for people that are at different phases of their life. Like they're offering a certain section that's specifically more of a 55 plus, and then other sections that they're building in that are probably geared more to people with families, or maybe just starting off with their first home and wanting to build and need a little bit more space and maybe aren't just focused so much on that 1-story home. So a great one to consider. The other one of my favorites, and one I've talked about in many videos before, is RounTrey. Now, Main Street is specifically building in the New Market section, which is a little bit newer spot of RounTrey. I know eventually they're supposed to be connecting all the different sections of this community. Don't believe that's happened yet. But the cool thing about New Market is they took all of the great things about the main section of RounTrey and have recreated it over in New Market with a great clubhouse, a really terrific pool, and a playground and trail area, and again, running the sidewalks through. If you love food trucks, if you love a great sense of community, if you love looking forward to certain events during the year, for those, definitely check out that New Market area at RounTrey, because they're regularly doing things spring, fall, winter, and even in the summer that involve the food trucks. They bring some petting zoos in. They'll even bring like I'm thinking it's like a beer tasting truck that comes in. So it's like enjoyable for the entire family and everyone all gets together. So definitely check those out, and I think you'll love the floor plans that they have to offer as well. We receive several calls a day from people like you looking to move to the Richmond, Virginia area. And if that sounds like something you're looking to do, we would love to be the real estate team that helps you. Our contact information is right there below the description, and we hope to hear from you soon. So I want everyone to know that if you're looking at new construction options and you're maybe gearing more towards, or gearing less towards, something that's a little bit more of a spec or production build, the good thing to know is that Schell Brothers, actually one of the bigger custom builders in the United States, has several different communities that they're building here in Richmond. So really good for people to know. They're building in so many different spots right now, but I'd say probably the favorite one that I know they're actively building in right now would be the Highlands. We've talked about this community several different times, and I think we even have a video on the whole driving tour of the community. But the Highlands, by far, is one of my favorite communities in the Richmond, Virginia area, out in Chesterfield. So if you know, it's for people that are okay with a little bit more of a drive. But the awesome thing about the Highlands is bigger lots without having to be way out in the boondocks. So you get to enjoy all the things like high-speed internet and all of the great conveniences. The Highlands. This is another one, kind of like Harpers Mill, that we have a little bit more topography. We have the hills, so those trails, I don't know why I'm so drawn to that when you have new construction and previously built homes, that when you have a builder that is very strategic about the lots that they're buying, like Schell Brothers does, and sitting the new construction tucked away into it rather than, you know, mowing all the trees down, really just helps to keep that community feel going, and it really makes you feel less like you're driving through this never-ending construction site, which I think is really important. Even if you know that you have to sacrifice a couple different things when you build, really important to know that you have someone that is looking out and thinking forward to how that's going to feel and how that's going to feel while they're still building in different development sort of thing. So again, great floor plans, right? Big giant lots. You have the country club that you can join right there in the Highlands if you want to. They have a restaurant that is super yummy, pool, tennis courts, all of the different things. And of course, they've got the water over there, which is really great if you like to paddleboard, canoe, kayak. You don't necessarily have to live on the water, have one of the waterfront properties in order to enjoy it. So it's a great thing. And then, of course, crazy convenient to everything. That particular area of Chesterfield County, very close to where the Schell Brothers is building in the Highlands, is really blowing up. For a while there, it was like, okay, yeah, I want bigger lots, and I know I'm still in Chesterfield County and all, but I feel like I'm a little further out there. That's the great thing, is things have continued to move out that way, where you really have a lot of options for shopping. In fact, every time I drive down there, if I'm not really paying attention, all of a sudden you do that, like, check yourself, and you're looking around, you're like, oh my God, where did all the trees go, or where did the shopping center come from? And they're just building all the different things down there. So a great option if you're looking for convenience, but a little bit more space to grow. Very cool about this too is if you have any familiarity with this particular builder, you might be like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I love what they build and it's great and custom and they offer all these great features, but the problem might be that maybe you're not looking for a big giant home. Maybe that's not what you're looking for at this point. That's the really cool thing is they have been very conscious, as a lot of builders have, with knowing that one shoe does not fit all. One size does not fit all, more so. And they've got a couple other options in different communities as well. One thing that a couple different builders are actually offering right now, and we're seeing a big boom in this, would be the 55 plus communities. I think that right now, Main Street, D.R. Horton, Schell Brothers, and I think Eastwood, all of them have at least one 55 plus community around the Richmond area that they're building in. So that's also really good to know too, that you have some options there as well. If you're looking for a home right now and you're looking in that more, that average price point of looking more the 4s and 5s, the good news is there is still construction out there actively being built in one of the neighborhoods, which is FoxCreek, and actually it's the Wynwood section. Eastwood Home is building in there right now. If you've ever had the pleasure to look at any of their floor plans, I think most people are always like very excited about what their standard options are, what their process is, and the different kind of homes that they offer to you. FoxCreek in particular is another neighborhood that is really near and dear to my heart. Again, same thing, you're gonna hear this like common theme with me, is when you have more established parts of the neighborhood and then the newer construction, they've just been really smart about setting things up so it doesn't feel like you've just mowed down all the trees. There is just absolutely no contrast out there, and all the shrubs and the grass, everything is just very baby and little, not mending everything all together. Another one that it's got the great trails that are moving all the way through the main roads in there. I love that FoxCreek actually has utilized a lot of roundabouts, and for whatever reason, you know, us Americans have just finally come on to the whole attitude of roundabouts, and it really has made a big difference with just adding some character. I don't know if it really helps us drive better one way or another, but it definitely adds some character and less of this like one drag in and out sort thing. FoxCreek also has some great options with, it really has kind of like two sides of the neighborhood, and I think that helps with kind of breaking up that less like all like one way in, one way out. Very convenient to everything. Anyone who's looking for a lot of amenities, that would be a great neighborhood for you to look at. They've got a splash park. You live in FoxCreek, it automatically enrolls you or puts you a part of, there's like a racket club. That's a swim and racket club that's over there, and I believe they're adding a dog park, just a lot of different parks there. The good thing is they didn't just add a bunch of this stuff because it's super inconvenient from everyone, quite the opposite, but that is really the great thing. It's that you don't have to go out to parks or to any other things out there. You've got a lot of that recreation right in there. So definitely would encourage you to check that out if you're looking for that more affordable price point. Eastwood and a couple, D.R. Horton I think actually offers some information over there for homes that they're building actively over in FoxCreek as well. So there you have it. Just some general ideas of some different big name builders that are building across the Richmond, Virginia area, and that's good to know that there are new construction options out there, so do not fret or fear. If there's anything that we missed in this video, you have some specific questions, please drop it in the comments below, and what do you know, we might even make a whole video for you. Hey guys, it's Erin, and if this is a first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in the Richmond, Virginia area, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button and also click that little cute bell so that you're notified every time we release a new video.